Entitled mom tries to kill me because I didn't want to travel with her. The entitled mom in this story is my mom. This happened 2 years ago, and school holiday was closing in. My mom a week before told me that we were going to Myanmar in the holidays, so I could visit my friends, because I used to study abroad there for a few years and I haven't seen them in a year. She told me she has already bought the tickets, and I was really excited. 3 days before holiday started, my mom and I was on our way to my school. As we were on our way, she told me about the flight and the conversation went something like this. Entitled mom, hey, up, me, yeah? Entitled mom, remember when I told you about how we are going to Myanmar in the holidays? Well, I actually didn't buy the tickets yet because it was so expensive, so I bought tickets to Thailand instead, and I already booked it for the both of us. So what do you say? I was speechless. Entitled mom, well, I know you're sad, but if you don't want to come then that's okay. I'll just bring my friend instead, so the ticket won't go to waste. Me, yeah. I'm not really interested, sorry. Now this is where the shit began. Apparently even when she asked me, and I gave an honest answer, she did not like it at all. She started berating me, and yelling at me. Wow, what's with the long face? So this is how it's going to be. Wow, just because I didn't get the tickets you're going to act like a little shit. You should be ashamed of yourself. I knew your friends are far more important than your own mother. I raised you and sacrifice everything for you, and now you're going to act up just because I wanted to go to Thailand instead? I was just silent and scared because she started swerving her car around in the highway literally. I wish I was making this up, but she literally sped up the car and braked so hard to the point where my head hit the front seat. I was sitting at the back BTW. She kept doing this on our way to my school. Thankfully there wasn't a lot of cars at the time, but she literally kept on speeding up and braking over and over again even. When we were at my school compound, after we finally arrived, she parked her car outside the school gates and told me to get the fuck out now, and she drove away almost hitting me. I should also mention that this is not the first time that she did this. She has been doing this ever since I was a kid, like when I was around 9 years old or so. Every time whenever she is raging at me in the car, she will purposely swerve her car to the point where she almost hits an obstacle, then she would brake and swerve really hard around it. She will keep doing this until we arrived at our destination, or sometimes she would stop somewhere to just hit me. Edit. I forgot to mention that after I came back home from school, she told me to apologize to her for wasting her money etc. Ek lets his cat kill my rabbit and then blames it on me. So, I have 2 bunnies. Floppy, 3, and Bun, 8. IDK where I came up with the names, but whatever. I also was never in a bad relationship with M or Ek. The fence between the houses was also relatively short, so my bunnies are free roam in my house. I had them in my backyard, in a playpen that is big enough, but has mesh walls and an open ceiling. I go inside to get them their food, and I'm coming back out, and I see Ek and his cat and him trying to pick up the bunny to play with the cat. I come rushing out and try to stop them because cats aren't exactly gentle. I guess I wasn't fast enough because all of a sudden it's a mess of blood and I see my 8-year-old bunny on the ground dead. I obviously am very upset, but I tell Ek to leave and I bring Floppy inside. He does not leave, but Kitty just wants to play with the bunnies. I tell him sorry bud, cats and bunnies don't get along together very well. I try to keep my cool and he ends up leaving. I call my best friend who originally gave me Bun and she said she was a few minutes away. I break down in tears. These were like my kids. They were with me through everything and now one was gone. She arrives and she comforts me. We then hear a knock on the door. Anna, friend, answers it and it's M. She asks who it is and I tell her it's Ek's mom. Now listen, Anna can get very defensive about things. This ticked her off. I can't believe that you didn't let M's cat play with your bunnies. Now one is dead and everyone has to look at it. Just give us your other one, I'll give it back in a week. Anna went off. Your stupid cat killed my best friend's rabbit. You can't even apologize, how dare you. That was Harisa, emotional support animal, and she was. Well, she has another, then sighs and says these people need support animals, they must be crazy. Anna ended up shutting the door in her face, and I'm still getting over it. Rip Bun 2012 to 2020. When you think you can do anything cause it's April Fools. 8. Gonna apologize for bad formatting. I'm on mobile. English is my first language. So this happened earlier today, and it's still pissing me off. Evil Ek, evil bud in a smaller body F. Friend me, op NP, nice parent NK, nice kid. So me and my friend are out and about, on a walk through one of the big parks in my city. We're hanging out, being careful to practice social distancing, when we look ahead to the playground, and see a few kids playing, and one tiny asshole slapping them in the back of the head. The moms and dads of the kids getting whacked look understandably annoyed, and seem to be staring at one mom, who is sitting there, on her phone. We continued walking, until we were in a few meters of the playground. We were gonna turn back when all of a sudden, our little evil friend approached us. Ek, hey. Let's play. I wanna be the king. Me, sorry pal, we're adults and don't really want to. The kid reaches just barely high enough to whack me in the face. Me, what the fuck? Ek, April Fool's bitch. Maybe play with me next time. F. Dude, you think cause it's April Fool's you can do whatever the hell you want? It's at this moment that the mom on her phone finally looks up. It took her a few seconds to find her kid and yells, Ek. Get back here. These pedos probably have corona. And you. Get the fuck away from my child. Me, ma'am your child just slapped me across the face. So what? You're a pedo. So you deserve it. And didn't you hear it's April Fool's? It's just a joke. F. So does that mean, if we broke the little asshole's legs it would be just a joke? Then looked to the angry parents who were now casually observing the situation. You heard that? He's gonna hurt my kid. Call the police. NP, maybe you should teach your child not to touch people. It's just a joke. Ek by this point, has returned to taking out his spoiledness on the other children. NP, okay then, NK. Get over here. Me and F were mostly out of the picture by this point. We were just watching the fire. NP whispered something to NK, and then NK walked away. We watched him approach Ek, and Ek slapped him again, and yelled out April Fool's bitch. The kid just stood there for a second, and then punched him right in the nose. The kid fell back and started wailing, and M walked over, ready to counter-strike with a classic bitch slap when suddenly the kid said, NK, April Fool's, bitch. And then he walked away. Me and F walked off, and a few minutes later, we saw M walking along, dragging her brat kid, who was still crying, along with her. Happy April Fool's Day, kids. TLDR. Kid thinks that violence is okay. If it's April Fool's, gets a taste of his own medicine. Like, comment, and subscribe for more daily Reddit videos. Also, would you like to see stories from the subreddit No Sleep?